YB tonight. I'm your host, Jessica Sazaskis. I'm joined here with Oates and Xavier Diez, members of Messiah esports team. How are you guys doing this evening?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
I'm good as well, yeah.
Great. So just like any other sports on campus, esports is consistently placing high in all sports collegiate competitions. Why do you think that is?
I would say work ethic, first of all. There's a lot of practice that is put in. A lot of the players are, in their free time, playing and trying to learn to get better and everything like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a consistent grind to be good at whatever you're doing. And like Xavier said, consistent practice time, working together as a team, and outside of the game, just making sure you have good communication and good synergy, and making sure you can work well together.
So I assume that both of you two practice playing League of Legends and Overwatch because you guys are on that team, right?
Correct.
How do you guys train for those games? Like, what kind of prep do you do?
Well, I'm on the League of Legends team, so I just play whenever I can, whether it's on my own or with some of my teammates. I'm just always playing games, watching other people play, and just trying to get better every day.
What about you?
I'm on the Overwatch team, so what that usually entails is playing a couple of games and then watching yourself. I think a big thing about improving in whatever you do, like just sports in general, and you'll see football players do it, is watching yourself. So that's the same thing you do in video games as well to get better.
So by watching yourself, do you mean that you guys stream outside of esports? And if so, can we find you anywhere?
I do stream. I'm on twitch.tv/X22OW. And luckily for us, our games also have a replay system, so we can go back into the game specifically recorded by the company that makes the game and see a whole outside perspective as well, too, also.
Wow, okay, cool. So what's it like going into the tournaments and playing against other rival colleges?
Well, last year was my first experience with that, and it was really enjoyable. First, because I've just never played video games at that high competition before, and just to know that I was right up there with the best that the country had to offer was really encouraging for me, motivated me to get even better, and I'm definitely looking forward to this year and seeing where we can go.
Yeah, so last year was the PA Cup, and I think both our teams got second in the state, which was very nice.
Congratulations.
And this year was the hughfest, which brought in a lot more colleges. Illinois State was there. There was a bunch of different states that came in. So in this aspect, it was Overwatch team was playing a lot of probably the best teams in the country as well.
So how did you guys get into playing video games?
You want to go first?
Probably my friends. So in high school, my friend group that I found from music were into video games. So from there, they just showed me a couple of the games they were playing, and Overwatch became the game that was just the thing that I always wanted to play usually.
PC, console,
or PC. I started console as just chilling with friends, and then when I met my friend group, they convinced me to go PC.
Yeah, my first game console was the Wii when I was a kid, playing games with my family and friends. Eventually, my brother introduced me to League of Legends, and I've been playing it for close to 10 years now, and it's become a really big part of my life socially. Made great friends playing it as well.
PC, console?
I prefer console games, but League is the only PC game I really play. So.
I'm a PC player.
Hey.
How have you been connected with your teammates through your time on this team?
So just like we'll go, first of all, we're always talking to each other, getting practice times, or talking about different strategies of things that we want to be playing in game. And then outside of that, we just try to get together when we can, just to chill and build like team chemistry, because that's always important in whatever team aspect you do.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's really important to have synergy outside of the game, and just in your normal lives, being friends is a really big part of how you work as a team in the game. When I came in last year as a freshman, I felt really accepted really quickly, became good friends with everyone on my team, and that really helped for me to get going really early in the process and integrate myself into the team easily.
Besides you two, how many other members of the esports team are there?
So we have 4 teams. So we have Overwatch, Hearthstone, League, and Rocket League. So I think Rocket League has maybe 5 people.
Yep.
League is probably at like 7, right?
Yep, 7 or 8. Yeah.
So that's 12. Hearthstone has about 3 more, 15,
Yeah.
and then Overwatch is probably about 8 or 9.
So probably 20 to 25 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, what is your response when people question the legitimacy of the esports?
Well, I enjoy answering this question because it took me even a long time to convince my parents that video games and esports was a real thing. And now, especially in 2021, they're really getting big, especially League of Legends worldwide. Tons and millions of people play it. And so in the physical sense, it's not as obviously demanding as football or basketball or anything like that. But there's a lot of mental practice and mental fortitude involved with it. To be able to work as a team is obviously really important, and to just be able to integrate yourself into part of a team, communicate together, and you practice just like any other sport you would. It's just not as physically demanding.
Yeah. First, to go on esports getting bigger, COVID obviously had a lot of help with that, because the fact that everyone was restricted inside, esports was an easy, accessible thing to watch and play and practice for. On top of that, when I was talking earlier about watching yourself and things like that, there are aspects that athletic teams do that you'll see esports players do. They're on higher end esports programs. There's things like workout routines that are like forced onto them, because even in esports you're supposed to have a healthy body and everything like that. So besides the fact that you're not running around or throwing a ball, there's still like physical demands that people running the program want you to go through as well.
What are the physical demands? And what do you use to like help you keep going whenever you have like a long playing practice or whatever?
So just eating healthy, first of all, is like a big thing, because when you have 4 to 5 hours of playing video games, you need to be healthy, because you'll get fatigue easier if you're not just having good nutrients and everything like that. On top of that, science has shown like heart rate and adrenaline goes the same amount that like a running football player would do, and things like that as well.
Yeah, for me, I'd say the most important thing for me has been moderation. When I first started playing, I was playing 10, 15 games a day, and it becomes really draining really quickly. And now I feel like it's really important to limit yourself. If you're not in a good headspace, if you're hungry, if you're tired, just stop playing and try again tomorrow. So it's important to not over push yourself, but you want to find that balance between getting better at the game consistently and maintaining your mental health.
Well, thank you for those tips for the fellow gamers out there. Lastly, we heard that you guys have a game coming up this Friday. Can you give us some more details?
Yeah, on twitch.tv/Masai Esports. Friday night, 8 o'clock is our first official game of the season, so support would be appreciated.
Wonderful. We want to give a special thanks again to Ethan Oates and Xavier Diez for coming on tonight. Another big thank you to Emily Eckert and Julia Presley for joining us earlier. We hope you enjoyed the show, and be sure to tune in next Monday and check out our YouTube channel and Instagram for previous campus news, interviews, and more. From all of us here at YBTV, thanks for watching and have a great night.